representatives for coming and for really sticking their necks out. We know the burden of office is heavy, and all of them have decided to enter into the foray that many of us would not. And so we certainly appreciate you. And as I stated to one candidate, by doing so, you actually have already won by doing that. So thank you. In terms of your opening statement, we will begin with DJ Brookter.
Can you hear me? Well, you gotta allow me to turn on the microphone first. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. It is so good and so pleasant to be here in this house. I want to say a big thank you to all of the organizations that put this on today. I also want to make sure that I reiterate and share that we are also doing voter registration as well too, which I think is very, very important. So my name is DeAndre DJ Brookter, and today I want to talk about being the first, as I'm going first. I am the first person in my family to go to college. I am the first person in my family to graduate from college. And I'm sharing about being the first because as we stand on the land of the Ramaytush Ohlone, there was somebody who was here before all of us. And I am the first person in my family to bear roots and make San Francisco my home. I have been in this community for the last 16 years. I had the opportunity of being the executive director at Young Community Developers, where we created numerous programs around workforce development, designed and built affordable housing, and have created educational pipelines for the future generations that are coming behind us. And so as we are here tonight, what you will hear from me are conversations around housing stability, economic opportunity, and a healthy, safe, and a connected neighborhood, which is the conversation I've been having with so many folks here. And I also would like to say it was great to shake hands with everybody at the meet and greet. Thank you for hosting that. If I didn't get an opportunity to shake your hand, I will most definitely shake your hand by the end of this. And I am happy and privileged and elated to be here as a candidate for District 10 Supervisor.
Thank you, DJ. Next, we will hear an opening statement from Jessica Pascal.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Who here thinks it's important to have a candidate who not only unifies people in our district, but who's really interested in looking after our well-being, our safety, and communicating with residents? And most importantly, who has a plan? Show of hands. Do you think that's important? Yeah? Okay, great. So, those are the things that we'll bring. I say we because it's not just about me as a District 10 candidate and potentially a supervisor. It's about all of us. And with my experience, not only as a registered nurse, working in policy, and also in regulatory, and also in tech, I've tried to not only bring transparency to government with my website, gov.vistagame.com, which shows the budget. It also shows how people can access their government resources and live more successfully in their daily lives. We're interested, I don't know about you guys, but in creating legislation, getting more of a budget for us because we know some of our areas are having difficulties with finances, right? And we want to make sure that our citizens are getting the health, environmental resources, and can afford rent or a home. We're also trying to help out businesses, lower taxes, lower our parking fees, right? Because we know they're expensive, and hopefully create more economic opportunities. What do you guys say about that? Raise your hands if that's important. All right? Give up for yourselves.
Thank you, Jessica. We're going to opening statement from J.R. Epler.
Thank you, and thank you to the Coalition on Accountability for hosting this event this evening. My name is J.R. Epler, and I'm running to be your District 10 Supervisor. My wife and I moved to this district more than 15 years ago, and what we quickly discovered was neighbors throughout the district who were intently working to improve their communities. And they needed the support of City Hall, but far too often City Hall was not doing its job. These neighbors needed City Hall to either lead, help, or get out of the way, and often City Hall became an obstacle. I myself decided to help. I worked with neighbors for more than a decade on delivering the resources our neighborhoods need to be more complete, vibrant, and connected. Now, we'll get into more about what that means during the course of this forum. But I want to talk a little bit about what I want to see in the next 4 years and what we'll see after 4 years of being in office. And that'll be communities that are better connected to the opportunities, that are more affordable, that are safer for our residents. Vibrant merchant corridors in every neighborhood of this district. And neighbors that can go to City Hall and know that they are valued and that they are heard. To me, that is the job of the supervisor. That is the job that I want to do, and that is a job that I do not take lightly. Thank you all tonight. Look forward to talking to you.
Thank you. Next we'll hear from candidate Mike Trouble Lane.
That's my legal name. So I lived in Potrero Hill from 1998 to 2013. While a resident there, I created a blog called Potrero Hill SF for 2.5 years, starting in 2004. I was the only father out of six parents, female attorney, and former mayor of San Francisco Art Agnes that saved Daniel Webster Elementary School from closure. I was a PTA president at Jose Ortega Elementary School, and through SF Education Fund, I have volunteered at George Washington Carver Elementary School from 2019 to 2020, as well as Bret Hart Elementary School. So education is a huge part of my platform. I have also written articles for the Potrero View. I have photos published April and May, and we have ranked choice voting in District 10. There are 3 leading candidates, of which I am not one of them. We have DJ, to my far left, leading candidate, JR, leading candidate, and Theo Ellington. So I'm gonna try to use my platform to talk about mental health, openly disclosing that I have bipolar 1, that I've been put involuntarily in psych wards. So trying to use mental health as my platform and also writing about it as a journalist to keep everybody accountable. Also doing short form video, YouTube, and getting voices from the community, people that are not represented here, people that might speak a foreign language, Cantonese, Vietnamese. We have a large population of Samoans. So I'm gonna try to keep people accountable and try to get number 2 votes, because I'm trying to get Taylor Swift to perform in San Francisco.
Thank you. Next we'll hear from candidate Percy P.J. Bastiani III.
Hello everyone, my name is Percy Fitzgerald Randy Bastiani III. You can call me PJ. I'm a proud San Jose native. I graduated from Archbishop Mitty High School, came up here, graduated from the University of San Francisco, got my marketing major. I got the minor in public service and community engagement in its first year. I'm currently a graduate student, doubled on at the University of San Francisco Masters in Public Administration program. So anything that I'll be talking about, I've done the research on in school. I have paperwork on it, created legislation, drafted and everything. So I look forward to hearing more about some of the things that you find concerning and taking it back for school. What I'll be fighting for is maintaining T-train service as a shuttle service after they try to close it. I'll be fighting for shipyard reactivation and remediation for a public-private commercial maritime shipping, reestablishing jobs for this community for the longshoremen and operating engineers, Teamsters, getting union set up back over there, fighting for more opportunities for our youth to have activities, more education with tech as well. And lastly, I wanted to make sure that y'all know, mi nombre es PJ, yo soy un hijo de una madre mexicana, una abuela de Estado Sonora, Mexico. And it's important for me that everybody knows that there's 30% Latinos that live in this district, and we are seen, heard, and I will be fighting for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To the audience, just a reminder, please make sure that your phones are on vibrate. Please make sure your phones are on vibrate so that we don't interrupt the candidates, especially when they're speaking, because all it takes is just one little thing and it can change a whole statement. Mr. Sean Richards.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean Richards.
I'm the executive director of Brothers Against Guns. I've been doing this for 31 years. I did help with the homeless, housing, public safety, work with young men that was in trouble with the juvenile hall system. I know this community very well. Back in 1945, my grandmother moved out here. She lived at 110 Kiscaroli. Then she moved over to Fillmore. 20 years later, Sean's back over in Bayview. My auntie grew up, my Uncle Will and my Aretha lived on Mechanic. My other auntie, Cooks, they lived on Newcomb. So I know this community very well. I lost a lot of young men in this community to violence, and I saved a lot of young men. I partnered up with a business friend of mine, and we created a program called Redirection, where we put young men into city jobs that to this day, 37 of them are still working with retirement. They've been on these jobs for 15 years. I'm proud to say that. I'm born and raised in San Francisco. My kids went to school in District 10. I went to school at Balboa High School. I met all my friends from over at Balboa, and they all lived in Baby Hunters Point. So it's no coincidence that I'm here today, that I've been working in this community for 31 years. I lost 2 brothers to gun violence, and I'm here to save lives. Work with young men, transforming them, work with young women, transform them to have a better life, a successful life, and a better District 10 community. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Now last candidate, Theo Ellington.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. There we go. Let me just first say thank you to Dr. Adams. It's very fitting to have this spirited discussion here at a black church, an institution. Providence, you have set the blueprint for what it will take to bring this neighborhood back. 4 square blocks. This is property owned and operated by a black institution, and we should be proud of that as a community. My name is Theo Ellington. I am a San Francisco native, went to local schools here. Is this better?
Yes. Much better. Get your time back.
Should I start over?
Yes.
Can you introduce me again? Good evening. There we go. My name is Theo Ellington. I'm a San Francisco native, born and raised in this very community. Doesn't get more local than me. Charles Drew Elementary, Gloria R. Davis Middle School, and School of the Arts High School. I got involved in politics at the age of 13 when my cousin was shot and killed on Deadman Court. I knew then, just as I know now, that the conditions that we are living in this neighborhood are not normal compared to the rest of San Francisco. I'm running for supervisor because I want to make sure every family feels safe, can afford to live in this city, and thrive. I have dedicated my life to contributing and giving back for this community. So the issues that we will talk about tonight are not theoretical. They're not political talking points. I've lived them. When it comes to homelessness, I worked for the Salvation Army, bringing recovery housing back to the city and county of San Francisco. When someone is ready to change their lives, we should have services readily available for them. As commissioner for the Office of Community Investment and Infrastructure, I led the creation of over 1,000 units of affordable housing across the city and county of San Francisco. 250 of those were formerly homeless families. I was the first director of public affairs for the Golden State Warriors. 3,000 good-paying jobs right down the street in Mission Bay. Thousands, millions of dollars in philanthropy that we invested right here in this community. And so when we talk about what needs to happen over the next 5 years, 10 years, preservation, growth. Preservation and growth. We have a long-standing black community here that has fought tooth and nail to remain. And so I want to make sure that my platform includes affordable housing. It includes improving our corridor. It includes making sure that people feel safe in this neighborhood. And lastly, I will say, the black church will be a part of San Francisco's recovery.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That's not 2 minutes.
It is. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you to each